in the land. My prayer is, heal the land. There is hatred in the land.
Thanks for joining us. Welcome to Mount Sinai Ministries, the place where God speaks. Right now, we're getting ready to worship, and so come join us. I'll be singing Forever by Carrie Jolie.
Daniel and his 3 Jewish friends, the 3 Hebrew boys. And as they were exiled, they for 3 years they had to be in training, and they had to because they were going to go before the king after that. So God had given these young men the ability to be so wise and smart, and they were supposed to eat the king's food. But when they had to eat the king's food, Daniel and the 3 Hebrew boys, they didn't want to eat the king's food. So God had given Daniel favor already, and they asked if they could eat the foods that they were accustomed to in their own, custom. Instead of eating the rich meats and the wines, they wanted to eat vegetables and drink water. So the man that was over them, he was afraid that they wouldn't look as healthy and be as strong as the king wanted them. They wanted them to not only were their minds smart and they're intelligent, they wanted them to look good and be healthy. So Daniel said, just trust us and let us do this. So he talked it over with others, the guy that was over them, and he said, okay, I'll give you a trial period and you can do this. So they began to eat their food, and at the end of the trial period, they actually looked at better than the people. They were in much better shape and looked at healthier than the people that were eating the rich king's food, because they were in training for 3 years. So then when they came out of their training, they went before the king. The king, he liked it them. He really, really, the Bible will tell you, he really, really, he was just drawn to Daniel. Because even though they were exiled, that wasn't their country, when God has a plan for your life, he sets you up to be blessed and to bless others. So he chose Daniel and the 3 Hebrew boys, and they changed the 3 Hebrew boys' name to Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. And he picked them to be above the kingdom and to be around over his kingdom because of their wisdom and their physique and how they looked. And then the king, he set up a royal statue for himself. He was so proud of himself, that he had said that anyone, I'm talking about the 3 Hebrew boys right now. Then he said anyone that doesn't, worship this statue when they hear the music playing, and he all herald the statue, the royal statue, because that was the God that the king served. He wasn't serving the God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. So he said, when you hear this music, I want you just to bow to this royal statue. But then, he heard that the 3 Hebrew boys wasn't doing that. So he's basically told them, I'm going to give you a chance again, that when you hear the music playing and stuff, that you just, you worship my statue. You just go ahead and worship this royal statue, because this is who I'm serving. I want you to worship the statue. But the 3 Hebrew boys, they refused to worship the statue. They said no. Even after he gave them a chance, they said, no, we won't worship your statue. And the king was furious, because he's king, When you're over something, you feel like you are the superior one. And he was the superior one. And he was like, what? And they said, no, O king, we will not fall and worship your statue. No, we won't. And the king says, you're going to need a God to get you out of this one, because I said you're going to worship my statue. And they said, oh no, we won't worship any gods but our own God. And said, our God is able to deliver us. And said, if he doesn't deliver us, he's still God. Okay, I'm paraphrasing. He's still God. So the king was so angry, and his fury was in a rage. Oh, he was mad. And so he said, I'm so angry, I want you to heat that fire up 7 times hotter than what it was. Heat it up. And because they don't want to worship who I worship,